What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my DVD collection for 2012 and the Mafia section. So let's get started. So up first we have American Gangster, a nice 3-disc collector's edition. Very good film by Ridley Scott with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. Next we have the Analyze This and Analyze That films. Analyze This from 1999 with Robert De Niro and Billy Crystal. Really enjoyed the first one. The second one, not as much. Yeah, from 2002. Lisa Kudrow as well. Don't really remember much about the second one, to be honest. Okay, up next we have Angels with Dirty Faces from 1938, one of these great Warner Brothers gangsters pictures with Jimmy Cagney and Humphrey Bogart. Next we have A Bronx Tale, a great film from 1993, directed by Robert De Niro, his first film, starring himself and what's his name? Chaz Palminteri. Just a great movie. If you haven't seen this one, I highly recommend it. Next we have Bugsy from 1991, directed by Barry Levinson with Warren Beatty and Annette Bening, Ben Kingsley as well. If you're wondering why I'm not turning them over as much, I'm trying to make it so that the actual picture that shows up in the video isn't always like the back. Can't really tell what video it is I'm making. Anyway, up next we have Carlito's Way from 1993. Great Brian De Palma film with Al Pacino and Sean Penn. Okay, next we have Casino from 1995. Awesome film, of course, directed by Martin Scorsese with Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, and Joe Pesci. That's not good. Speaking of Scorsese, we have The Departed from 2006, one of my favorite films of the past decade. My favorite Scorsese film that he's done in the past 10 years. With just a brilliant cast: Leo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Vera Farmiga. Yeah, just a brilliant film. Absolutely love this. I haven't seen the original Infernal Affairs that it's a remake of. Okay, next we have Donnie Brasco from 1997, extended cut with Al Pacino and Johnny Depp. You have to excuse me, it's very cold here, so I've sort of got the sniffles. Okay, up next we have the Godfather DVD collection, of course. All three Godfather movies, 1972, The Godfather, The Godfather Part 2 from 1974, both just brilliant classics. Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, James Caan, Robert Duvall, and so on, and The Godfather Part 3 from 1990, which a lot of people seem to hate, but it's actually a very good film, but just not nearly on the level of the first two, obviously. Okay, next we have one of my favorite Scorsese films. Actually, I think it is my favorite, and that's Goodfellas from 1990 with Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci. Just a brilliant film from beginning to end. Okay, get back in there. This one's pretty tight. Okay, up next we have Little Caesar from 1931 with Edward G. Robinson and Douglas Fairbanks. Another great gangster picture from the 30s. Next we have Made from 2001. Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau team up again after the success of Swingers. It's not a great film, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. Sean Combs, Puff Daddy was in it as well. Famke Janssen. It's a good film, and Vince Vaughn is on fire as usual. Next we have Married to the Mob from 1988 with Michelle Pfeiffer, Matthew Modine, and Dean Stockwell. Okay, up next we have Mean Streets Special Edition from 1973, Martin Scorsese's first film, with Robert De Niro, who gives an absolutely brilliant performance in this. Harvey Keitel as well. Yeah, I love Mean Streets. Next we have Midnight Run from 1988 with Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin. Absolutely love this film. It's so funny, so much fun. You've got a great supporting cast like Yaphet Kotto, Joe Pantoliano, Dennis Farina. Yeah, it's a brilliant film. Okay, next we have Miller's Crossing from 1990. Great film by the Coen brothers with Gabriel Byrne, Marcia Gay Harden, John Turturro, and Albert Finney. Next we have Once Upon a Time in America from 1984. Great Sergio Leone film with Robert De Niro. Got James Woods, Joe Pesci. Yeah, just a great film. Okay, next we have The Petrified Forest from 1936. Leslie Howard, Betty Davis, and Humphrey Bogart. Another great gangster picture from the 30s. Next we have Prizzi's Honor with Jack Nicholson and Kathleen Turner from 1985. John Huston film. Next we have The Public Enemy from 1931, great film with Jimmy Cagney. This is probably my favorite film, Jimmy Cagney role, and Jean Harlow as well. Almost put it in the wrong place. Next we have Road to Perdition from 2002, brilliant film directed by Sam Mendes with Tom Hanks, Paul Newman, Jude Law, Daniel Craig. Great cinematography by Roger Deakins. Yeah, this is a beautiful looking film and just a great movie overall. Next we have The Roaring Twenties from 1939, again with Jimmy Cagney and Humphrey Bogart. Next we have the original Scarface from 1932. Produced by Howard Hughes and directed by Howard Hawks with Paul Mooney. Boris Karloff as well as in this. Okay, next we have Scarface, of course. Brian De Palma's epic with Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, I can't really say much more about Scarface. And last but not least, we have The Untouchables, one of my favorite gangster films, of course, directed by Brian De Palma from 1987. Sean Connery I absolutely love in this film. Of course, he won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for it. You've got Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro, Andy Garcia. Yeah, I just love The Untouchables. So that is the Mafia section. Thank you for watching as always, and up next will be martial arts. So until next time, I'll see you.